Legend Total War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster battle playing as Clanrats, going up against one and a bit full stacks of dwarfs, very high tier units, where we have some high tier units and a lot of garbage. Now this army here, for this particular situation, is actually extremely bad. It's not a bad army for sieging at all. This is actually a really good siege army. The Poison Wind Mortars are great in a siege, but in field battles, they're not so good. Especially when you have an infantry frontline. See, here's the problem. Your frontline troops, they're not going to do any damage. Their job is merely to hold the enemy back. Thing is, while they're holding the enemy back, you want to be shooting them with your missile units. Well, if your missile units are area of effect damage that cause poison even to your own troops, and your troops have lower morale than the enemy, then you can't really shoot them while they're holding the enemy back, and then it's only a matter of time before they get into melee here, and then they just crush you. So this many Poison Wind Mortars is really hurting this army, but we just need to suck it up and do something about it. Alright, we're definitely going to need as many Menace Belows as possible, and we just need to, we basically need to annihilate them before they get to our front line. Once they get to our front line, it's basically game over. There's no contingency plan after that. This guy's entire army is focused on just killing them before they get close, which can work if this was better. He said he's also tried it multiple times and hasn't won, which I totally understand. This is definitely not going to be an easy battle. So we're going to want as much time as possible before they arrive. So picking our ground with care is going to be important. Same with try to reducing the rate at which they possibly flank us. I think we're going to have to corner camp. You don't normally have to corner camp as the dwarf, as the Skaven, but he didn't recruit a good Skaven army. This is like, if I had to rate this, I'd give this 6 out of 10. It's not very good. Okay. Now also, while that's going on, it'll give us time with this guy to go and mess with them for as long as possible, because they're not going to be able to do anything to him. So this is certainly going to need a bit more reforming. But just get him into position first. We're going to buy as much time as possible. They're going to advance at us. Trying to waste their ammunition is not going to work. But, yeah, I guess for as long as possible, that means we get more magic and more Menace Belows. More Menace Belows, we can start taking out their artillery once they get far enough away from them. Actually, I might pop one down now, because there's a reasonable chance they might use their archers to shoot. Yeah, okay, they're already in range there. Actually, why don't we just fucking pop a nuke down there? That'll get rid of heaps of units. Look at them all. Didn't seem to make much of a difference bounce power-wise, but I'd say that was a good nuke. Okay, want to get into square formations and move some of them up a little bit. Wasn't there 4 pieces of artillery, or did we actually get rid of one? This one, it was 2 cannons, 2 catapults. Must have got rid of one. Well, good. Good. So now they're pissed. They're not even sending anyone back there to get rid of the Menace Belows near the artillery. So that's good. We should be able to have neutralized the artillery there. And to be honest, that's the easy part. Probably have recharge before they get to the front line. Good, that's another cannon unit gone. Bouncer power still not very good. Part of me is thinking it would have been nice if they actually did leave a few units behind there. Yeah, especially Slayers, because Slayers are the biggest problem since they're unbreakable. Even if one Slayer makes it into our back line, we're fucked. Because these guys here have no melee capabilities. So I should probably try and get rid of them. Okay. Well, since our artillery hasn't started shooting yet, I'm not going to try and slow these guys down. What's that? Bounce and power just improved a little bit. He's already got 59 kills. Alright, now the artillery shooting. Another good thing with standing back as far as possible is that as these guys are running in, they're getting slightly tired. Yeah, it's not going to do much. Okay, now's the time to be popping this down over here. They're too far away for us to care about now. That's it. Now, another good thing with corner camping, right? Apart from, you know, some people just having an aversion to it, because the AI loves to go wide, when you go into a corner like this, they find an obstruction in the way, and then they get very confused as to what to do in this situation, because they don't expect you to corner camp. Okay, need to start sending in the Clanrats to slow them down. Now, we'll need these guys to try to shoot at the enemy backlines so that we don't get too much friendly fire. Whoops. Bounce power looks good, but we can still lose this. Because our front line, like I said, it will not last long. Okay, move them out of the way a little bit. Okay, it's time for the Rattling guns to do their job. I actually probably should have put the Rattling guns in front of the mortars. That was... I don't know why I didn't do that, actually. We are running out of frontline units. We basically have to hope for the army loss penalty to be inflicted as soon as possible now. Yeah, it definitely should have been on a Doom wheel, not a Doom flare. Well, I don't push him in the right direction. God damn it. Yeah, I shouldn't have put this one over here. Come on, Ungrim's going down really fast. Okay, I think there's the army loss penalty. We just need to get rid of the Slayers now. Alright, that's Ungrim gone. Hell, they almost got to our artillery line there, and like I said, it only would have taken one of them. Because once they're in there, it's hard to shoot them because you know you got so much friendly fire potential here with the poison wind mortars, and there's nowhere left to go. But there we go, the battle's won. All right, so now we'll just have a look at the rest of the health of the campaign. I don't know if any units got wiped out. If they were wiped out, they wouldn't have been very valuable units anyway. All the most important units survived. Yeah. But like I said, that's not an ideal army for field battles. Alright, none of your units got wiped out. Now I imagine, because it's only turn 95, he's not going to have access to, will possibly not have access to Hell Pit Abominations, Doom Wheels, that kind of stuff, which would have been a much better frontline unit. But he should probably think about getting that right away. If he did, these Poison Wind Mortars would have been able to shoot for much longer.
This meat flesh will do nicely. Too many slaves to feed.
Alright, let's get you some recovery there.
Mighty master engineer I am.
Now your army's still good enough to take out a siege, so... Well, let's just see how we go. Let's look at the situation. I reckon making a move on Karakizor. Do they have any... They've got a small military presence there. Let's have a look. Didn't really want to use a nuke on that battle, but kind of had to. So, looking at how he's been leveled up, why did you not go Doom Wheel? I don't really understand why you didn't. Blastmaster Engineering, good, that's good. You probably should have gone with Ancient Cunning over Dictatorial. Like, Untainted is actually, that's kind of not really needed for Skaven, because you can maintain public order quite easily, even on Legendary difficulty. And the more Skaven corruption you have in the region, the more Menace Belows that you'll have. And Menace Belows are really good. Unless the enemy's got, like, only dinosaurs, then it's pretty much useless. Lightning Strike's not super important as the Skaven. But yeah, you really want that extra ambush success chance. Not super important, that's fine. So he's not leveled up terribly. But yeah, I would highly recommend grabbing that Doom Wheel. Apart from that, your campaign looks like it's in reasonable shape. Reasonable shape. Well, you're not playing a Legendary difficulty, so you'll be fine. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time, fuckers.